is really my honor and privilege to welcome Swami Ishwarananda ji today to our Chinmaya Dwaraka Ashram. Swami ji, as you all know, he is the resident spiritual guide for Chinmaya Mission Los Angeles and also one of the directors in Chinmaya Mission West, guiding, inspiring seekers all over North America over the past several decades. Swamiji's talks, Swamiji's lectures, his books and his guidance has been available for everyone in North America, and he has inspired and guided so many of the seekers, and I am one of those seekers, Swamiji. So, Swamiji used to visit our ashram in Chinmaya Mission Chicago at Yamunotri for Jnana Yajnas, and also Swamiji used to come for the banquet, the annual fundraising banquet at Chicago. And it was the first time that I was able to listen to Swamiji's talk on, the first talk I listened to was on Hastamalikyam, a very difficult subject. But Swamiji is so dynamic. His talks is filled with deep wisdom, deep knowledge, but also, as you all know, it's blended with some nice humor and very subtle wit. And this really makes it very simple for us to understand these very complicated Vedantic concepts and also how to apply it to our day-to-day living. And that is what I have got out of Swamiji's talks. So I just want to say one example. You know, the concept of the self being eternal and indestructible, it's so difficult to understand. And I still remember from Swamiji's talk, where Swamiji said that different mirrors give different reflections. You can have concave mirrors, you can have convex mirrors, you can have different mirrors. Once the mirror is gone, the reflections are gone, but the face is still there. And that really drove it home, that the self is always there. And then later on, Swamiji said that, you know, the mind is like a monkey. It keeps jumping from one thought to another. So I was thinking, why does Swamiji is comparing the mind to a monkey? I think he must have read my mind, because then he said, looking almost in my direction, "Ye man ki baat hai." So that is how, you know, even though the topic is so complex, but Swamiji makes it very light with his humor and his wit, and that has always been one of the, very inspiring parts about his talks as well. So we at Chinmaya Mission Seattle, we are extremely blessed to have Swamiji's guidance over the past several years. And it is because of Swamiji's grace and blessings that we are even sitting here today in this ashram. Swamiji is like a compassionate mother who always keeps a watch on her child. So even though Swamiji is in Los Angeles, he has always been encouraging us, supporting us, and guiding us from there, visiting us through the Zoom videos and in person. And so we are immensely grateful to Swamiji for his tremendous support, for Swamiji's help in overcoming all the obstacles that we have faced to get this ashram, this dream, to make this dream come true. I think we are very, very grateful to Swamiji for this. And so, we welcome Swamiji, and I have this book with me, The Life of I. I was blessed to get a signed copy from Swamiji at our banquet in Chicago. And the copies are available in our bookstore as well. A very beautiful book that tells about the journey of a seeker as he goes through the different parts of the yoga. And today, we really look forward to Swamiji's talks on the Bhakti Yoga, chapter 12 of Bhagavad Gita. So welcome Swamiji, thank you. Hari Om.
Giridhari Jaya Giridhari.
Giridhari Jaya Giridhari.
Giridhari Jaya Giridhari.
Giridhari Jaya Giridhari.
Sugandha tulasi talavanamali.
Sugandha tulasi talavanamali.
Sugandha tulasi talamanamali.
Sugandha tulasi talavanamali.
Giridhari Jaya Giridhari.
Giridhari Jaya Giridhari.
Madhava Murahara Munijana Sevita.
Madhava Murahara Munijana Sevita.
Madhava Murahara Munijana Sevita.
Madhava Murahara Munijana Sevita.
Muralidhara Shri Giridhari.
Muralidhara Shri Giridhari.
Madhava Murahara Munijana Sevita.
Madhava Murahara Munijana Sevita.
Muralidhara Shri Giridhari.
Muralidhara Shri Giridhari.
Jaya Gopi Manohara Giridhari.
Jaya Gopi Manohara Giridhari.
Jaya Gopi Manohara Giridhari.
Jaya Gopi Manohara Giridhari.
Giridhari Jaya Giridhari.
Giridhari Jaya Giridhari.
Meera ke Prabhu Giridhar Nagar.
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 Giridhar Nagar.
Giridhar Nagar.
Meera ke Prabhu Giridhar Nagar.
Meera ke Prabhu Giridhar Nagar.
Bansidhar Shri Giridhari.
Bansidhara Shri Giridhari.
Jaya Gopi Manohara Giridhari.
Jaya Gopi Manohara Giridhari.
Giridhari Jaya Giridhari.
Giridhari Jaya Giridhari.
Sugandha Tulasi Dalavanamali.
Sugandha Tulasi Dalavanamali.
Giridhari Jaya Giridhari.
Giridhari Jaya Giridhari.
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 Om Namo Namo ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्ततामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुत स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः. Very happy to be here in a rainless day, which is very rare, I think. And happy to see smiling faces in your own home. Right? Very nice. Thanks to all of you who could make it possible and will make it possible also. So in these 3 days, we will cover this short chapter, chapter 12. And this chapter is also chosen this year for your Gita chanting competition also. I'm sure the children are all learning, and you are also learning in the process. So one of the ways of making parents learn is to make the children learn. They have to memorize. Sometimes the parents chant better than the children also. So that way you have adult also participating in that.
Yes.
That's good. This chapter is said to be the chapter on Bhakti. Among the second set of 6 chapters, starting from chapter 7 onward. Up to this is actually, entire section is considered as Bhakti Yoga. But this is a conclusion of that topic. Up to 6th chapter, according to the traditional interpretation, it is Tvam Pada. In Tattvamasi Vakya, Mahavakya, in the Upanishads, it is said, thou art that, you are that, which is considered as a very, very significant Upadesha Vakya or advice from the Guru about the highest reality. Prajnanam Brahma is a statement of fact. That is, consciousness is Brahman, the absolute. This is the first Mahavakya. In the order of, some of the scholars, they say, Prajnanam Brahma is a Vakya, a statement of fact. Then second one is, I am Atma Brahma. This self is Brahman. This self is Brahman. Meaning what? You're coming closer to yourself. Prajnanam Brahma is a statement. I am Atma Brahma is, this self is Brahman. Then third one is Tattvamasi. You are that. What is referred as I am is Tvam. In the previous verse, what is referred as I am Atma is Tvam. And Tat is Atma, so Tattvam Asi. This is called Upadesha Vakya. The second one is called Anusandhana Vakya. Then the fourth one is Aham Brahmasmi, it's Anubhava Vakya. The teacher says, Tat Tvamasi, you are that, and the student realizes that Aham Brahmasmi. That is Anubhava Vakya. In these three, four, third one is very important because it connects individual to the supreme truth from the direct teaching of the Guru. So more than all the other three, this is considered as the most significant Mahavakya. Now in this Tat Tvam Asi, there are three words are there. Tat means that, Tvam is you, Asi means are. You are that. In English you have to say you are that, otherwise you that are. It doesn't make sense. In English there is, if you change it, it will, Tvamasi Tat is okay in Sanskrit. Tat Asi Tvam is also fine. Asit Tvam Tat is fine. Asit Tvam Tat, Asit Tat Tvam is also correct. Because anywhere you put it will mean the same thing, but not in English. That are you? That's a question. Are you is a question. You that are? That doesn't make sense. You have to be exactly that way. You know. That's why the flexibility is lost in some of the languages. So in this, what is Tvam, or what is that referred as you, is explained in the first 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. The individual jiva, we are. Who are we? Who am I? What is my nature? What is my duty? What is it I need to do? Why am I here in this world? How am I to move further? And those are all explained in the first 6 chapters up to meditation. Dhyana Yoga, which concluded there. And the first 6 chapters is said to be the explanation of Tvam Pada Nirnaya. On Tvam Pada Vivaranam. An explanation on Tvam. Then the second set of chapters, known as 7 to 12, is Tat Pada Nirnaya. Meaning explanation of what is that. That means God, Supreme Reality. So in that, the last chapter in that section is the 12th chapter. The next set of chapters from 13 onward, it's about Asi. Asi means how they both are one and the same. That and Tvam are one and the same. So that is explained through Jnanam. That is why 13th chapter onwards, Bhagavan will start on Jnana Yoga. So first 6 chapters about Karma, next 7 to 12 is Bhakti, and the last 6 of them are Jnana. Now this is how it is divided according to many scholars. I mean, Bhagavan did not say, now I'm going to talk about Bhakti Yoga. No, it's not like that. And so Bhagavan doesn't say, Om Tat Sat Iti, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad. That is all added later on. For us to, make a division. All right. So, in the chapter 11 of the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan had given the darshan to Arjuna. Is known as Vishwarupa Darshan. The cosmic form, not cosmetic, cosmic form of the Lord. The Lord had shown himself as the whole world. There is no difference between me and the world. Vishwameva Vishnuhu. Iti. I am, the whole world is me. There is nothing, matta parataram na anyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Mai sarvamidam protam sutri maniganaiva. I am in and through everything, good, bad, ugly, right and wrong, negative or positive. Everything is pervaded by me only. There is nothing other than me exists in this world. And this Vishwarupa Darshanam, when Bhagavan showed to Arjuna, he very clearly says, nobody can see me in the way I have shown to you, Arjuna. So what did he say in the 11th chapter towards the end? Naham vedair na tapasa na dhane na tachechaya. Na aham vedai, not by the Vedas, na tapasa, not by any tapas, na dhanena, not by any kind of charity, na cha ityaya, not any by yajna rituals, shakya evam vido drashtum. Evam drashtum na shakya. In this way to see is not possible. Meaning what? Nobody can see without my permission. So that is to say that I am not available by merely study of Vedas. Na Veda, not by any austerity or tapas, not by charity, not by any yajna. Drashtavanasi mam yata, the way you saw me. Bhagavan says, the way you saw me, nobody can see by mere study of Vedas, do any tapas or charity. Then how? Bhaktya tvananyaya shakyaha aham evam vidorjuna. He says, ananyaya bhaktya evam drashtum shakyate. Only by undeviated devotion one can see this. Bhaktya tvananyaya shakyaha ahamevam vidorjuna jnatum drashtum tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. To know, to see and to enter is a very important point. आपको भगवान को जानते हैं कि नहीं? Do you know भगवान? हाँ, है, मंदिर में है. So a temple is there, place of worship is there. So jnatum shakya, drashtum shakya va. Is it possible to see? He says no, that is not possible. To know is easy, but to see is difficult. Especially when you listen to South Indians talking, oh I see. So they may not see, but they just say, I see, oh I see. That is, I know. But that is the reason why Bhagavan says, to know is one thing, to see is yet another. Parokshatvena jnatum shakyate, aparokshatvena eva drashtum shakyate. Meaning, to know a thing objectively is possible. We have many things that we know, parokshatvena. Paroksha means as a vicarious knowledge. As a subject, as an object I know. What is fire I know. But whenever you think of fire, your fingers getting heated up, that means you have already put your hand on some point of time. So aparoksha means personal experience. Knowing is one thing, seeing here means experiencing. Drashtum, to see. So that is possible only through bhakti. Knowing is one thing, but being, to be in touch with the Lord, to feel, to experience. Bhavana balat bhakti ruttama. Bhagavan Ramaharshi said, Bhavana balat bhakti ruttama. Bhakti mein bhavana chahiye. Bhavana has no real English translation. Not the bhavana cannot be translated as attitude. I don't know, nowadays in this part of the world they use that word for a different purpose. He has an attitude, That attitude is not right? The bhavana here means a feeling, an emotion, a kind of longing. Bhav se bat karo, or if anybody is doing a dancing or music, etc., they should have the bhavana for the Lord and then sing, then that will be different. So otherwise, our children are learning, because they have to get some kind of, parents are pushing them. Learn music. They go to Carnatic music also. Sri Ram, Jai Ram Ram. One of our Swamis, he said that once a Balvihar class was there, so he went to teach them. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol. They chanted. The children repeated, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Because they don't know the meaning. Hari Bol become Hari Bol. So bhavana nahi hai to that feeling will not get. Sometimes the children also do the dance arangetram, no? And they also have learned karate. Interesting thing is when they are doing so you need to I said that are they doing a karate demonstration or they actually Bharatanatyam? So correct understanding should be there. So bhavana bala bhakti uttama. So drashtum shakyate. So jnatum drashtum. To know and to see. And the third one he says praveshtum. To enter, to merge, to become one with the Lord. So jnatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. So ananyaya bhaktya jnatum, to know, drashtum, to see, praveshtum cha, and to enter also the Lord, to merge with the Lord also is possible. So he has given introduction to Bhakti Yoga in the 11th chapter itself. And the very famous verse which he repeats in 18th chapter again is the last verse of 11th chapter. Mat karma krit mat paramaha mat bhakta sangha varchidaha nirvaira sarva bhuteshu yas samamedi pandava. If you are able to do my work, mat karma krit, meaning all actions, understand Bhagavan ke liye kar raha hu. Khud ke liye nahi, for not by oneself. Bhagavan ke liye kar raha hu. Mat karma krit mat paramaha, keeping me as your goal, keeping me as the highest. Mat karma krit mat paramaha mat bhaktaha, being a devotee, sangha varchitaha, without any other attachments, nirvaira sarva bhuteshu, with no enmity to anybody in this world. Yaha, such a person, saha, such a person alone, mam iti, he will reach me only. There's no doubt about that. So the seed for this 12th chapter already found in 11th. So that is why it is important that we understand these last 3 verses of 11 as a starting point of the next beginning of the topic. Now, in most of the chapters, it starts with a question. Most of the chapters. Why? Because it is between a conversation between the teacher and the taught. Here the teacher being Parthasarathi, Bhagavan Krishna, and the student is Arjuna, that is Partha. Because in Tamil, Partha means he has seen. So Bhagavan here ko dekha hai, wo Parthasarathi, ye dekha hai. Those who know Tamil will understand that. Now we are all Pakal Sarthi, Partha Sarthi. He has seen it. He is seeing the Lord. Now, why this question? Why question is entertained? Because the nature or the status and maturity of the student will be known only by the questions. Right? We have one, Prashna Kumar here. He, anytime we have satsang, he is the only person who will ask definitely a question. So the nature of the student will be known by the kind of question he puts in. And this is how our Puranas also written, or Upanishad also, it's conversation, not conversion. It's a conversation between the teacher and the taught. And the teacher has to answer. Even if he says, I don't know, you should answer. Don't ask, how dare you can ask questions. Then obviously the student says, then why am I here? If you are not clearing my doubt, there's no point in talking to you then. Either you say what you understood and tell me out of your experience and study. If you don't know, say I don't know. In Kenopanishad, the teacher says, I don't know, very clearly. Because something which you cannot explain, you have to accept that. I don't know. This is how we are taught, I am teaching you that. So here the Arjun is going to ask question. Now this question is very, very straightforward because he is always straight. Arjun, the very nature of Arjun is always straight. Like an arrow. Rujatvat Arjuna. Ruja means straight. Like you are all sitting straight like that. Slowly everybody sitting. The mind has to be straight. Mind should not have any ambiguity, doubt. The knowledge is gained only when we have doubtless knowledge. Ambiguity should not be there. Then only our clarity will come. So here, Arjun asked this question. We read the first verse. Arjuna uvacha evam satata yuktaye bhaktastvām paryupāsate ye chāpyaksharam avyaktam teshām ke yoga vittamaha. Together. Arjuna uvacha evam satata yuktaye bhaktastvām paryupāsate ye chāpyaksharam avyaktam teshām ke yoga vittamaha. Evam, in this way, you are saying that people have to have undeviated devotion to you. Bhaktya tu ananyaya shakyate. With undeviated devotion alone, people can know, see and enter. You said that. Evam satata yukta. Ye, those people who are always fully devoted to you. Satata yuktaye bhaktaha and tvam paryupasade. They worship you in every way. As he said, Bhagavan said, mat karma krit mat paramaha mat bhakta sangha varjitaha nirvaira sarva bhuteshu yasamamedi pandava. Meaning, doing all actions for me, keeping me as the highest goal, devoted to me, such people will be able to they can reach me, etc. Now, the me, I have a doubt. What is this me, M-E? Meaning, are you referring to yourself as a Saguna Rupa Paramatma or Nirguna Rupa Paramatma? सगुण रूप से या निर्गुण रूप से आपको जानना है. How do they people, bhaktaha, when you say, how do they worship you? Are they to worship you as with attributes? With attributes means as you have shown me, entire world, good, bad, ugly, then left and right and whatever in the past, whatever in the future, all living beings, all plants, animal, planets and solar system and everything as you. Is this way the people should know you? Are they considered to be the best? Yoga vittamaha. Yoga vitt. Yogam veti is the yoga vitt. Those who know the yoga, those who know the union with you, they are called yoga vitt. Vitt means veti, one who knows. In that they are best, vittama. Tama means best. Yoga vittamaha te. Is it that they are considered as the best, those who know you with attributes, or ye cha api aksharam avyaktam, those who are worshipping you as Aksharam, the imperishable Aksharam, and Avyaktam, unmanifest. So, Brahman by nature is Avyakta, unmanifest, meaning it is not able to be, it cannot comprehend as a form. It cannot be available for you to see in a physical form, or even as a sensory experience, or even as a feeling, or an emotion, or an intellectual comprehension. When I ask you, are you there? What is your answer? I am. What thought comes to your mind? I am when you say. Are you there? Yes. Some of them have doubt. Are you there? Yes. You say I am or I am not. You cannot say I am not anyway. Are you there? I am not. Some of you may be preoccupied with something else. Are you there? Yes. Okay. When you say I am, what comes to your mind? Which form comes to your mind? Which your physical form, right? But that is not you. Physical form you are. But a physical form alone is not what you call it as I am. But our mind is restricted to that. Our mind can only comprehend physical forms, right? So I know children, when they go to Balvia class, etc., to talk to them, they say, why God cannot be seen? Why God cannot be seen? I said, it's similar to what you cannot see. So many things you cannot see. Like what? Space. Can you see space? You cannot. So it's not there. Can I conclude that? Air you can see? No. So air is not. That because you cannot see, one teacher was telling to the students, and he was an agnostic, and he said, everybody talking about God, God, you cannot see it, therefore it doesn't exist. So one boy got up and said, so that which you cannot see doesn't exist? No. Anybody seen this teacher's brain? Anybody? None of them. So none of you have seen? Thanks, sir. I concluded. Just because you cannot see, hear, taste, smell or touch, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. How many of you have seen your brain? Come on, tell me. Hygiene. Hygiene. So that because you do not see does not mean it doesn't exist. So here also, Aksharam, imperishable, Avyaktam. Those people who are worshipping you as Brahman, the imperishable and unmanifest, versus those who are seeing you with as a multifarious form, who are the best among them? That's the question. Evam, in this way, as you've shown, Satata Yuktaha, always connected to what? Satata Yuktaha, those who are ever connected to you, seeing you in this Vishwarupa form, Bhaktaha Tvam Pariupasade, they worship you, those devotees. At the same time, Ye Cha Api Aksharam Avyaktam Upasate, or those who are worshipping you or meditating upon you as imperishable and unmanifest, Tesham, among them, Ke, who are Yoga Vittamaha, the best among the yogis. That's a question of Arjuna. This question, why it doesn't come to us? Because we don't think. As simple as that. So when we don't think, it is put in the form of a question by Arjuna. So Bhagavan has to answer this very clearly. And as usual, Krishna would not answer straight. He will not even stand straight what to talk of him. He will always put in a different way for you to understand it. Because if you're giving a straight answer, yes and no, then you are dumb then. If you have to think, I will not give a straight answer. Bhagavan always gives an answer in such a way that will make you think. You will understand. It is it is always true that a math teacher will give you only example of some thing, how to apply the formula. When you go to yourself learning, or when you are in the examination, when you are in the exam hall, they won't exactly ask the same question. They will put it in a different way, and they will test how will you apply that formula here, right? Then only they know that you know it, how to do it. In the same way here, Bhagavan does not directly answer. He will put a different kind of a teaching here. So here we'll see how Bhagavan is answering this. What was the question? Question is, who are the best among the two? Those who are worshipping you in the Vishwarupa attributeful form, or those who are worshipping you as an attributeless presence. Meaning, the one which is unmanifest, imperishable, but present. That way. Tesham ke yoga vittama. Who are those among them? So, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Maya Veshyamano Yemam.
Maya Veshyamano Yemam.
Nityayukta Upasate.
Nityayukta Upasate.
Shraddhaya Parayopetaha.
Shraddhaya Parayopetaha.
Te me yukta tamamataha.
Te me yukta tamamataha.
Maya Veshyamano Yemam. Nityayukta Upasate. Shraddhaya Parayopetaha. Te me yukta tamamataha. Did he give the right answer or the straightforward answer? No. He did not say those people who are worshipping me as Saguna Roop, they are the best. No, he didn't say that. Those who are worshipping me Nirguna form, they are the best. No. So the answer that he will give usually is, Arjun, it is like this, You make you think. It's like this, I'll tell you. Those whose minds are with me, first. Mayi aveshya manaha. Those whose minds are with me, or those whose minds entered into me. Mayi aveshya manaha. Mayi means in me. Whichever be the form, whether I am in the Brahma form of Brahman, Supreme, or as Vishwarupa Paramatma. See, when we say Vishwarupa, we should understand as Ishwar. The word Vishwara does not mean merely Shiva. Usually in the southern part of the world, Ishwara means Shiva. It's not true. Ishwara means the cosmic personality. Cosmic personality is called Ishwaraha. In Vedanta, we call it as Samashti Karana Sharira Abhimani Atma Ishwaraha. Consciousness associated with the causal body of all beings. So, those who are not introduced to Vedanta will say, you said casual body? No, not casual, sorry, causal body. Essentially, we have three shariras, or we have bodies we have. What are three bodies? Stula, Sukshma, and Karana Sharira. So you are all very informed, very well. So, Stula means physical body, and Sukshma means subtle body, and Karana means causal body. Now, in Vedanta, what we see is consciousness remaining the same. When we identify with our physical body, our name is Vishwa. Vishwa is an individual consciousness associated with the body. Stula Sharira. It's called Vishwa. And when we identify with our mind, intellect, thoughts, emotions and feelings, leaving aside the gross body, Stula, and we identify with the Sukshma Sharir, then we become Taijasa. Taijasa, individual. And when we identify with, or when you are associated with the causal body in the state of deep sleep, when we leave aside the Stula Sharir, the gross body, and Sukshma Sharir, the thoughts and emotion, etc., that time we are called Prajna. Prajna. So, Vishwa, Taijasa and Prajna are three different names associated with where we are identified with. If I come to your workplace, when you are working and then you are seriously sitting in front of computer, and I ask you this question, are you a husband now? If I ask you, so what you will say? Thank God, no. So because I'm working now, I'm a boss, I'm a group manager, a project manager, whatever it is. At that point of time, you are not identified with your husbandhood. At the present moment, you are there in the. But if I ask you at home, are you a project manager? You will say no, no project. I'm not even a manager. I'm a husband, that's all it is. Or a parent of your children, etc. So where you are identifying, so is your thoughts and emotions and thought, all the things associated with that is with respect to what you are identified with. So when you are identified fully with only the Stula Shari, right? So Vishwa, when you are identified with your Sukshma Shari, thought, emotions, etc., then it is Taijasa. And in the deep sleep state also you are there, but not identified with your Stula and Sukshma. That's why you are able to sleep. Some of you are right now. So your then is called Prajna. The word Prajna has two meanings. Prayena Ajna. In general, you are ignorant. Right? When I ask you what you are doing in the state of deep sleep, nothing. I don't know anything. I sleep. Prayena Ajna. Right? Now, when we individual body we identify with Vishwa, Taijasa and Prajna, the same consciousness identified with the entire world, all the bodies, human, animals and all other plants, etc. Then he is called Virat. This is what he showed. What did he show himself as in the 11th chapter? Virat. What is meant? Vividam Rajate idi Virat. Expressing through all beings. Right? Virat Roop. Virat Roop means the total world. Identified with the all gross bodies. Virat. And the same consciousness, when it is connected to or identified with all the Sukshma Sharir, meaning your thought, my thought, everybody's thought in this whole universe, then he is called Hiranyagarbha, otherwise known as Sutratma. Meaning he is the one, in the Puranas he is known as Brahma. In the Vedanta we call him as Hiranyagarbha, the golden egg. He is the one who is connected to all the minds and thoughts of everybody. That consciousness associated with all the minds, all the Sukshma Sharir of all beings, subtle body of all beings. And when the same consciousness identified with the Karana Sharir, the seat of Vasanas, of all living beings, is Ishvara. So Ishvara is the consciousness associated with everybody's Karana Sharir. Karana Sharir means the very Karana, the cause of the birth of Sukshma and Stula. So Ishvara, when he goes to sleep or he withdraws, like when we withdraw from our body, mind, etc., we go to a state of Laya. When he goes to that state, it's called Pralaya. So Ishvara can make the Pralaya. I mean, Pralaya here means destruction. It is a disengagement from like when we go to sleep, what happens? We disengage, right? From what? From our physical body and thoughts, or sukshma sharira. So what happens to us? Nothing. You are in a state where you are not expressing as an individual. Similarly, when Ishvara totally withdraws from, or the consciousness totally withdraws from the entire sthula world, gross world, entire sukshma sharir of all being, and remaining in the causal state that Ishvara is in, that's called pralaya. So laya of individual and the cosmic nature of the same condition is called pralaya. Pra is added. So pralaya is not destruction, it is dissolution. Like you have dissolved yourself in the sleep. Right? Ishvara sthiti is what? Dissolved state. And when he brings first of all the thoughts, etc., then Hiranyagarbha, that Brahma in the Puranic version, he creates it. What does it creation means? The subtle body has woken up. Like in our case, when you wake up, subtle body wakes up first, mind. Then immediately we identify with the gross body. Alright, so Virata, Hiranyagarbha and Ishvara. So here, why I am bringing that point is, Mai, when he says, he is referring to himself as not an individual Krishna there. Me, the Ishvara, into the absolute state of being, in that aveshya, manaha aveshya, maya veshya mano yema, keeping their mind completely engrossed in me, nitya yukta, ever connected, upasate, when they worship. So when you go to a temple and look at the form of Krishna and Shiva or any other form, you understand the physical form you see, made of metal or stone or whatever. But you are not worshipping the metal or a stone, you are worshipping the Lord. Where is the Lord? The Lord is seen by you in your mind, with your emotion, with your bhava. Physically you are seeing a stone only. But mentally you know it is God. So the mind is connected to the Lord, and then when you now recognize that Paramatma in me is the Paramatma there, that is actually the Upasana. The Upasana takes place when you are connecting your individual being, self, into that presence. That is called Aveshyamana. You understand? The mind has gone into that. If people are able to make their mind fully enter into me with the help of a Saguna Roop or Nirguna Roop, doesn't matter. That's why we answer that. Maya Veshyamano Yemam Nitya Yukta Upasate. And what is the most important part of Upasana is Shraddha. Hai, Asti iti buddhi. Astikya buddhi is called Shraddha. Shraddha is what in the literal translation is faith. Faith in the thing which exists. You have to believe in its existence. Then only you have faith. Do you believe in God? Yes. Is he existing? No. Doesn't work. The very fact you say, I have faith in God, means I believe his existence. If you don't believe in the existence of something, you don't have faith in that. So existence is what causes the faith to develop. So similarly, Shraddhaya Paraya Upetaha. Ultimate faith. Meaning what? Bhagavan Hi hai. Bhagavan Hi ek hai Bhagavan and He hai sab mein. One alone is the Lord, in everything He alone is. Then they are the best. Now, he didn't directly come to the point. Shraddhaya parayo petaha te yuktatamaha. They are called the best. Idi me mataha. This is my opinion. Already saying here, who are the people among these two who are the best? He says, He didn't give directly. Those whose minds are with me, worshipping me with faith, they are the best. He didn't say Saguna or Nirguna. He said important ingredient is faith. And next important thing is being united to me in the mind. Maya veshyamano yema nityayukta upasate. See, sometimes when we do puja also, we don't feel the presence of God and we do as a ritual, you know. Coffee? The chakra bhi dalo. So, mechanically it goes on and you don't feel. So it is said that one person was doing Ganesha worship, but he is basically a Vishnu Bhakta. As a formality, you do Ganesha worship also to begin with any puja. So he was very mechanically agarbatti and all that. Then he came to main deity, Krishna, and with a lot of love, Krishna Bhagavan. So then he did the puja and then he was showing the agarbatti. The agarbatti flame went only to Ganesha. He was showing to Krishna, it goes there only. He tried any direction, it goes there only. He got so upset with, stop that. Why are you taking it? I am giving to Krishna and you are taking it. So Bhagavan, when Ganesha appeared, this is the first time he acknowledged my existence. Until then, until I proved myself, you were never accepting. You do it mechanically. Now when I started taking the agarbatti thing, smoke to myself, then you know that I is me. So Shraddha hai astikya buddhi, that is most important, whether he is a Saguna Upasakaha or Nirguna Upasaka. Brahma asti iti bhavena. Asti ityeva upalabdhavyaha. Upanishad also said, Asti iti eva upalabdhavyaha. You first of all must feel or accept existence of the reality. Then only the journey will begin. In anything that we do in this world also, how do we begin anything without the belief of the possibility of its existence? So every one of you, when you take up any profession that you took up, is because you can achieve it. Then only you start. Without thinking of the possibility of you achieving it, you will not have started it. So in the same way here, Shraddhaya Paraya Upetaha. The highest faith you must have. It's not just a belief. If you just believe, you will be living. If you have just believing, you will be living. Whereas Shraddha is that where you will not leave. Whatever it comes, I will hold on to it. Like Sita ji did, in spite of the fact that Ravana was torturing her every day, she didn't leave. Not even a moment she doubted that Rama will forsake me. And he had no doubt Bhagavan will always come there to rescue me, and I have no doubt about that. That doubtless, firm faith, that's what Shraddhaya Paraya Upetaha Te Yuktatama iti me madaha. This is my complete belief, complete opinion. That's what it is. On the other hand, immediately the next question is, what is the condition or what is the nature of those people who are worshippers of the attributeless Brahman? Here, when we have a physical form, then it is our mind can engage it easily because there is something to see, something to offer, something to chant, something to sing, something to, show light, agarbatti. So the puja becomes a very easy means to be with the God. But when it is come to a state of, attributeless presence, how do we make our mind available to that? Because there is no form, no particular, focal point. How do we do it? So that's why most of the people who are in the practice of religion, they will have a particular physical form to worship. Without that, it is difficult. So here, the next verse, how do you say, Kim itare yuktatamaha? How the others are also yuktatamaha? How do you say that? Then he is asking that this question for which kintu tan pradi yat vaktavyam tat shrunu. Whatever you need to know about those people who are worshippers of a attributeless nirguna roop of the Lord. So he is answering that in the third verse. Etvaksharama nirdeshyam avyaktam paryupasate sarvatra gamachintyam cha utastam achalam dhruvam sanniyam indriyagramam sarvatra samabuddhayah te prapnuvanti mameva sarvabhutahite rataha etvaksharama nirdeshyam avyaktam paryupasate sarvatra gamachintyam cha kutastamachalam dhruvam sanniyam mendriyagramam sarvatra samabuddhayah te prapnuvanti mameva sarvabhutahite rataha. Two verses, he compares how the people who are worshippers of Nirguna Brahma, attributeless Brahman, also are considered by me as Yoga Vittama. We always think that Shraddha is necessary only when we take up religious pursuits. Not necessarily only true with only people who have any particular form to worship or belong to Vaishnava and Shaiva traditions, etc. But even those who are in the path of Nirguna Brahma Upasana or Nirguna Brahma Dhyanam, they also need faith. Faith is easy when the thing is very evident to you. Faith is difficult when the thing is not an object or a perceivable thing. See, now you think of science. How do they even know at the beginning when they started the whole process that they can land in moon? We can only see moon somewhere yonder there hanging in the middle of nowhere. Now, if we are here, that is there, how do we reach there? So, how is it possible? We have never tried beyond a certain point, we cannot go in the space. But how did they start thinking about it? If we are here and that is there a way to travel there all the way? Possibility is there or not? Let us try. So first they sent without anybody there to that land and comes back. Then they put a monkey and then sent there or some animal and then comes back. Sometimes when they went and then stopped there only, then you cannot do anything. Then they went and made it come back. Then they put some living being and to go there and come back. Then the human person went. So it takes so much time to, first of all you have to believe that it is possible. Right? So in the same way, in the path of this religion also, we begin only with a physical form to worship or think about or meditate, etc. Then our mind has become more and more subtle, then we are ready for Nirguna. Let me give you a simple example. When you married your spouse, I would not say male or female, so the physically she or he or is attractive, etc. But the love is not only up to that point of the skin. Later on, it is said that one boy was so fond of a girl, and then he was in love with that girl, and then the girl said, you should come home and ask for me to marry you to my parents. That is the way to go about. Okay. So he reached the home after, along with his parents, to go and see the girl. And they were already sitting there, and then the girl is supposed to come and they're waiting. So the father asked that boy, are you really in love with my girl? Yeah, I love her. Oh, very good. You will take care of her all the way in your life? Yeah, I'm sure I do. Okay. Come. And one old lady with wrinkles all over her face, hardly able to walk, she came. With lipstick lagake, chandana, kumkum and all, very beautifully decorated she came with silk saree. Oh, who is this? So the father said, do you love her? No, this is not the one who I loved. I mean, I'm in love with your daughter. I think this looks like her grandmother. He said, this is how she will be in another 40 years. Would you love her? You see, you are in love with her when she is now young. But at that time when she becomes like this also, you should be loving equally. Then only it is true. Right? Only when she is young and so, that time you are loving, that is only skin deep. But if you are able to love her, even in spite of her physical body is frail and wrinkled, at that time also you are able to have the same love. Then only I will give it to you. In the same way, why did that come now? Our mind, if real love means where it is not necessarily confined to a physical form. The true love for the Lord is in me, in everyone, without any form also. That love is the most deep and most powerful one. And that is not very easy. Therefore he says, ye tu. Tu means indeed, in contrast to what I said, aksharam, imperishable, anirdesham, indescribable, avyaktam, unmanifest, paryupasate. Those who are able to worship that also. And where do they worship? Sarvatragam. Everywhere. Not only when you are in the temple, wherever you go. That love for the Lord should not diminish even an iota. Why? Because it is not connected to a particular thought process. Achintyam, unthinkable. Kutastam, hidden within you. Achalam, unchanging. Dhruvam, these are all attributes of the highest. Firm, steady. Withdrawing all the senses from the world. Sanniyamya indriyagramam. Sarvatra samabuddhayaha. Those people who have same mind towards everything at all times. Ye te sarvabhuta hite rataha. Always engaging in actions to benefit the maximum number of people in the world. Te mameva prapmanti. They reach me. They are also yoga vittama. So they are also blessed. Those who are worshippers of me with a particular form is also yoga vittama. Those who are able to worship me in the attributeless form, they are also, but they should follow these conditions. What? Indriya grayam, they are to withdraw their mind and senses from the world. And if they are in the world, they should have the same mind for everybody, treating everybody as the same, and also doing everything for sarvabhuta hite rataha, and keeping their mind in what? Adreshyam, that which is impossible to, nirdeshyam, and avyaktam, and aksharam, Sarvatrakam Achintyam Kutastam Achalam Dhruvam. So, when we look at the physical form of the Lord, it's a beautiful eyes, beautiful curly hair. Yeah? When you see Krishna's form, these are the attributes we see. Blue color, yellow clothes, soft skin, smiling face, a peacock feather, flute in the hand. So this is but that should not be your idea of God. That alone is God. These are all external attributes. But as you proceed on, you should be able to understand his nature. What is he? Kutastam. Kutastam means Kuta iva sthitam. Kute sthitam. Most hidden. Unchanging. Unthinkable. Imperishable. Unmanifest. Present everywhere. This way, if you are able to think and reach there, they are also considered by me as the best. So there is no really difference between a Sagunopasakaha and Nirgunopasaka. Whether you are worshipping the Lord in the form or without a form, with attributes or without attributes. The true devotion is where there is complete faith in the existence of the Lord with or without form. When we only worship when there is a with the form, we restrict ourselves to a particular tradition, culture, methodology. That's what happens between two religious particular fights are all because my idea of God is with these attributes and your idea of God is this attributes. We keep clashing. Right? If you look at Krishna, he's always bubbling with joy and doing this and running around and all that. Because Shiva is most of the time closed eyes. One is active, one is apparently inactive. One is doing everything, another is completely withdrawn from everything. One wears all the various flowers and garlands and all the ornaments. Snake. And he is wearing chandan, kumkum, ashes. And he is having beautiful flute in the hand. Kamandalu. What do you call that?
Damru.
Damaru and skeleton. What do you call that? Kapal. And he is, all the Ganas, they are also peculiar, like Star Wars, characters, Star Trek characters. So, and he is living in a beautiful garden full of flowers and there are trees and full of Himalayas. Not a single flower can be there. Rock, solid, and then there is only snow there. Not even one flower, one leaf can grow there. So see that, apparently it's such a contrast. Those people, we are shy whites, Vaishnavites, one clashing each other. There's no point. Because they do not understand that whether you are attribute or attributeless, those are all the external, impressions to make you bring your mind to the Lord. But ultimately you have to move further, proceed on to attributeless presence. So Bhagavan, he does not say one is better than the other. No, he says both are good. Those who are capable of reaching to the point of withdrawing their mind and the senses, sarvendriya, what is called? Samyamya indriya gramam sarvatra samabuddhayaha. Keeping their mind withdrawn from all the senses, etc. So when you go to a temple and doing the worship, you don't sit there and then withdraw your mind. You look at the Lord. You chant the name and you do the offering of the flowers. All the sense organs are involved. Whereas a person who is sitting for deep meditation, remembering the Lord within the heart, has to withdraw all the senses, withdraw the mind. So apparently even the practices are looking like, opposed to each other. But in my opinion, Bhagavan says, both of them are capable of reaching me and both are yoga vittamaha. They are the best. So this question is, who is best among them? Both are good. So which one, you want me to do? That's the next question. Which one you are expecting or guiding me or advising me to take up? Hinduism is always full of freedom, आपको जो चाहिए आप ले लो. It is not one way, this is the only way, otherwise get out. No. My way, otherwise hit the highway. It's not like that. You can make a choice. If you are mature, you will be able to go to the Nirguna Brahman. If you are still unsure about your mind, it will not stay in one place, it will go all over, then start with Saguna. Or somebody would say, how can God will have any form? It is not possible, illogical. Go to the Nirguna. So the choice is always yours. Therefore here he says, Bhagavan says, how Nirguna Upasana or Nirguna Dhyanam is difficult. To whom it is difficult. So that is, we'll read that and then we'll see tomorrow. Klesho dikadarastesham avyakta sakta cetasam avyakta digatir dukkam dehavad bhiravapyate klesho dikatarastesham avyakta sakta cetasam avyakta hi gatir dukkam dehavad bhiravapyate. He says, it all depends upon what you are presently identified with. Who are you when I ask? If you say, I am this physical body, then you are not fit to go for the Nirguna Upasana. Dehavadbihi, those who are identified with their physical stula sharira very strongly, kleshaha adhikataraha, difficulty is more. Because if you identify yourself as a physical body, then it's better you start your process with the physical form. As per your identification about yourself, so will be your ability to think about God. Who told you that Bhagavan is human? He took a human avatar. He took a fish avatar also. Why not you worship as a fish? Bengalis do. Jalapushpa, isn't that? Our Guruji used to say, you can definitely do worship of all avatars of Bhagavan, really speaking, except the Mohini one. Don't do that. You will be in real trouble. So he took Varaha avatar also, Kurma avatar also, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha. Is that? Narasimha, Vamana. But is it not true? Most people worship as Sri Rama or Sri Krishna. Why not Varaha? Why not you? Oh, somebody Kantara. Varaha, nowadays that is being projected. What is it? Bear, huh? What is it called? Boar. The next generation of boar as you go to a temple, there will be boars. Varaha avatar of Bhagavan. You can. See, as per your identity, again it's a physical form only. Again you are going to the physical form. So, dehavadbihi kleshaha adhikataraha. Difficulty in recognizing or able to worship Bhagavan as attributeless. So he says, klesho adhikatarastesham dehavadbihi avyakta gatihi dukkham. It is dukkam here means hard. Avyakta gatihi means to worship the Lord as unmanifest. Unmanifest form of the Lord to worship is very difficult for those people who are identified with the body. And how many of you can say, I am not identified with the body? Even if you not, body will tell you, hey, I'm hungry, eat something. Hey, I'm thirsty, put something. So our again and again our attention goes back to our body, right? Constantly it goes back. So we'll see more of it in the next session. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkhavat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Hari Om.